What do I do if I overwatered my houseplant? How to save an overwatered plant. Hey there, plant parents. Welcome back, and let's talk about keeping things green and growing. Today, many plant lovers might recognize this topic. I'm sure we've all encountered it at some point, overwatering your plants. If you've ever looked at your drooping, yellowing plant and thought, oh no, I've overdone it, don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's dive into what you should do if you've overwatered your plant. And don't worry, because you're definitely not the first one. First, how can you tell if you've overwatered your plant? Some common signs include yellow or wilted leaves, if the stem is really mushy or kind of looks rotten, if it's wilting and dripping down, or soil that stays wet for too long. Overwatering your plants drowns the roots, which cuts off their access to oxygen, and this can lead to root rot. But don't panic. You often can save your plant, just follow a few steps. First, get it out of the wet soil. Do an immediate repotting. Carefully remove your plant from the pot, check out the roots, and assess the damage. Healthy roots look really firm and are white, while rotting roots might look brown, black, or more slimy. Shake off all the soil as much as you possibly can without causing further damage to the roots, and just get the plant drier and out of that wet dirt. Then trim away any damaged roots. So if you identify any that are immediately looking rotted, use some clean scissors or pruning shears to cut off those mushy areas, cut off anything black or brown, and that'll help prevent the rot from spreading to the remaining healthy parts of your plant. Next, let's get ready for a repotting. Choose a clean and dry pot that has proper drainage holes and then fill it with dry, fresh, well-draining soil. Avoid compacting it too much so that the roots can breathe a little bit. But if your plant's roots are damp, let them dry for a few hours in the air before you repot. Then make sure that you water very, very sparingly. After repotting, you do want to add just a tiny bit of water so that the air pockets in the soil close just a little bit, but don't overdo it with the water. Let the top inch of the soil dry out completely before you give it any water further. And remember that houseplants prefer to be slightly underwatered rather than overwatered, just as a learning tip for next time. Then monitor and adjust the plant, see how things are going. So to prevent overwatering in the future, you can always consider using a moisture meter, but we like to simply just check the soil with your finger. Stick your finger just about 2 inches down into the soil, and if it's dry, then it's ready for watering. Make sure that your pot has really good drainage and never let your plant sit in standing water. Although there are some plants that are beyond saving, overwatering does not have to be a death sentence. With quick action, a little TLC, you can nurse your friend back to health. If you found this video helpful, remember to like, subscribe, and until next time, happy growing!